Hello everybody, my name is Chris. Welcome back to Potted Plant Entertainment. Now in case you don't know, I review movies and I rank them on a scale of 0 to 100 in increments of 5. Today I'm going to be talking about another one of my all-time favorite films, Predator. Predator was released in 1987 and it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Bill Duke, Jesse Ventura, Sonny Landham, Richard Chaves, Shane Black, Elpida Carrillo, and Kevin Peter Hall. It was directed by John McTiernan, and it was produced by Joel Silver. And it tells the story of a team of mercenaries who go into the jungle to fight some gorillas. Not like, you know, like the ones that have guns. And while they're there, they find out that they are being hunted by an alien that can turn itself invisible. But even it's not completely invisible. You could still you can see like it's outlining. And they find out that it's hunting them for sport. And so it starts to pick them off one by one as they're rushing through the jungle to get to the point where they're supposed to be picked up by a helicopter and be taken to safety. And let me tell you, this is one of the greatest action movies of all time. And I'll tell you right off the bat, one of the reasons why this movie is so great is because this movie should have sucked. This should have been a very, very crappy, cheesy film. But because of John McTiernan and Joel Silver's like genius filmmaking minds, this is one of the greatest action movies ever made. And the special effects to this day still hold up. And it's all because of John McTiernan and Joel Silver being the master filmmakers that they are. If it weren't for them, this movie would have been so cheesy, straight to DVD, just awful looking movie, but it wasn't. It's great. The theme song by Adam Silvestri is fantastic. It's one of my favorite movie themes. It's so suspenseful. It's so great. The action is great. It's wide angles. You can see everything. It's very suspenseful. Very, very suspenseful film. The cast is so great. You know, Jesse Ventura is a bad A. Sonny Landham is a bad A. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a bad A. It's just so great. The Predator is very cool looking. Now, originally, when they got, like, from the department that makes these sorts of things, when they got their Predator, it was like this big red lobster looking thing. And as soon as they opened up the box, they were like, oh no, we're screwed. But, so they sent it back and they told them, make us another one. And they ended up getting what we know and love, this. And it is iconic how awesome it looks. Now, a little fun fact for you, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jesse Ventura both later became governors in the United States. Later on, Arnold Schwarzenegger became the governor of California, and Jesse Ventura became the governor of Minnesota, and Sonny Landham actually became a gubernatorial candidate in Kentucky later on. I just thought I would mention that. I thought that was really cool. And the movie has great one-liners. You know, it's your typical 80s and 90s Arnold Schwarzenegger flick, so it's gonna have those great one-liners. Stick around. Got to the chopper. It's so great. This is a movie about a ragtag team of macho men, and they worked really hard. Like they had to do like military kind of training to get themselves ready for this role, because they were spending a lot of time out in the jungle in the heat. They had to be, you know, they had to look fit. They had to look the part. They had to look professional. And so they worked really hard. You know, they were constantly working out. And they were constantly trying to stay in shape. They were doing, like, boot camp-like exercises to stay in shape. They worked hard on this. They really did. I mean, imagine being out in the heat for hours and hours a day in the jungle with all the bugs around you. And on top of that, you gotta pump iron. I mean, it was especially hard on the cast, but the crew, it was hard on them as well, because they had to endure the heat and the bugs. But let me tell you, it is a great movie. It's a movie that should have failed. It's a movie that should have been bad, but it's one of the greatest action movies of all time. Predator, absolutely, without a doubt, gets a 100. If you like this review and you want to see more, hit the like button and subscribe to Potted Plant Entertainment for more. If you have any movie suggestions, let me know in the comments down below, and much love.